What's up YouTube, Simply K here, and I'm back with another video. As y'all have read by today's title, I am going to be giving y'all a little insight about myself, like my truth, like currently, like what I'm going through. So if you're interested in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure your post notifications are on so you can get notified every time I upload. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, if you are a returning viewer, subscriber, whatever you want to call it, you already know that I'm an introvert. I've said this in previous videos. I'm an introvert. I tend to stay to myself. I don't have any friends. I'm pretty much a loner. Like, social life, what social life? But anyway, I posted a status on Facebook earlier, and I posted, you know, they ask you what's on your mind, whatever. But I posted that I wish I was just a get up and go type of person. And I believe that treating yourself, take yourself out on a date, just spontaneously going somewhere, just out the blue. I wish I was that type of person, but I feel more comfortable and more safe if I was with somebody else. And what I mean by that is, like, it's crazy out here. Like, there's a bunch of weirdos out here, and I just feel like my comfort zone, I have gotten so comfortable being in my comfort zone that is hindering me from just exploring more to life than what I'm exploring and experiencing right now. Like, I'm 27 years old, and your 20s is that time frame in your life where you should be learning about yourself. You should be exploring different things, adventuring off, finding out what your likes and dislikes are. And while I figured out some of that stuff, it's not like I know enough, because I just shelter myself so much, and I really need to get out of that. Like, I'm just so comfortable playing it safe and being safe. I don't like to take risks because I'm an overthinker, so I'm always wondering about the what ifs, the consequences. If I do this, what will it result into? And I'm just tired of living in fear. And I think another part of that is just me trying to live a lifestyle that is pleasing to God. But I have to keep reminding myself that God did not put us on this earth to be bored. God put us on this earth to explore, to learn, to live, to go through things, and to lean on Him for understanding and all of that. And also to bless us with opportunities to be out there, to explore new things with other people. I don't want to feel like I just wasted my 20s. And that's where I'm at right now. I feel like I've been wasting my 20s. Just like a little backstory. I'm not going to get too much into details because that can turn into a story time. But just like a little backstory, when I was 19 going on 20, I called myself having my first little boyfriend. And I started dating this person. And then once I turned 21, tragically, you know, he lost his life or whatever. So between 20, 21 years old, I was a fresh 20-year-old. Nobody knows anything at 19, 20. Like, people be so quick to, yeah, I'm grown at 18 years old. But you're not grown. Like, 18 is not grown. 19 is not grown. 20 is not grown. 21, you're legal. But if you don't have a mindset of being grown, you're not grown. You're just 21 and you're of age to do certain things. You're of age to buy your own beer, whatever you want to call it. But I was in a place where, you know, I was a fresh 21-year-old in college, not really knowing much about myself. I wouldn't say that I was sheltered in a sense, because growing up as a teenager, even in middle school, like, I hung out with my cousins, I hung out with my sisters. I had like one or two close friends in middle school, but as you get out of high school and all of that, people go their separate ways, which is fine. But back to that, like, I was a fresh 21-year-old. I didn't know much about myself. I didn't know who I was. I still don't know exactly who I am, but I have elevated so much. but I didn't know who I was. And then fast forward to when I was 22 years old. It was actually like the 1 year anniversary of the person that I was dating, like the death. Like it was 1 year later, like that exact day, it was 1 year later, and I was 22 years old at this time. And I went out and I met someone at this little gathering or whatever. And it wasn't like I was out looking for anybody or trying to befriend other people. I just was out because I knew that if I stayed in the house, that would put me in my feelings and all of that. So I met this person and we started dating like a few months after just talking. You ever started talking to somebody and you don't even expect it to go as far as just texting here and there, maybe talking on the phone here or there. If y'all meet up a couple times, that's that, and then after that it's just gonna be like y'all go y'all separate ways and be like, I wonder what happened to such and such. That's what I thought that was going to be, especially with the predicament I was in. Like I was still grieving the loss of someone that I considered my first boyfriend. And I wasn't expecting to start talking to somebody. I wasn't in the right headspace emotionally, physically. I didn't want to be with anyone and all of that. But long story short, I started dating this person. And from the years of 22 years old to 26 years old, within that time frame of 22 to 26, I feel like I lost a good portion of time to where I could have just been doing me, figuring things out, and just living my life unapologetically and learning as I go. And that was 4 long years that I feel like I learned a couple things about myself, but sometimes I sit back and wonder, where would I be now if I just never would have taken that route of, you know, allowing somebody in my space as quickly as I did. Like, you know, when you're in a relationship or a situationship, whatever you're in, entanglement, whatever, sometimes you can get lost in that other person, or sometimes you make decisions that, or you try to make decisions that wouldn't interfere with this other person's feelings, or you try to make decisions that would actually include the other person just so they don't feel some type of way, or they don't feel left out. That time of my life was very different, very new to me. I just felt like I was lost. And now that I'm out of that situation, I still feel lost at 27 years old. I just feel like a lot of time has been wasted, but I don't regret anything, because I feel like what I went through wouldn't have allowed me to be the person that I am till this day. But I just feel like a lot of my early 20s, I just feel like a lot of my early 20s had been lost. I've been lost. Like, I was focused on work, I was focused on school, I was focused on putting everybody first except for myself. And now that I'm single, now that I am continuing to grow, continuing to pray for elevation each and every day, I just feel like at times I be at a standstill. Like, I just feel like I don't know how to just allow myself to enjoy life. I don't feel like I know how to just get out there and just be like, hey world, whatever you have for me, I'm gonna take that risk. And again, that's not to say that I want to do things just because everybody else is doing it. No, that's not the case. You can have fun and enjoy life without all the other toxicity that goes along with a lot of the fun that people consider fun. Like, I don't have to do all of that. I just feel like I shelter myself so much because of the thoughts and fears of getting into situations or being in the midst of situations that I really don't want to put myself into. And I know I have to learn how to not think like that, but that's just how I think. I'm just like tired of that. I don't know how to put myself out there with just enjoying my life and unapologetically enjoying it without having to explain to the people around me why I'm doing what I'm doing or any of that. And my mom tell me all the time, like, Kadisha, you are allowed to enjoy your life. You are allowed to get out and do things and experience things. And when you know that and all you do is constantly hear it and get reminded of it, you know it. It's just hard to put it in action. And that's where I'm at right now, with just feeling like I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my life. And I don't want to feel like my 20s were a waste. Like, I'll be 28 this year in December. I still have a few years to go in my 20s. And I just hope and pray that whenever God sees fit, that I will have that opportunity to feel like my 20s were not wasted. And that I'm not just like under a rock somewhere and just feel invisible, because I feel invisible and isolated a lot of times, and that's probably because I be in the house so much, so all I can do is just think. But yeah, I'm not gonna make this video too long. That's just some of the thoughts that be going through my head, and if you can relate, make sure you let me know down in the comments section. The point that I'm making is sometimes you can get involved in certain situations and not even realize how much of an effect it has on your life, how much of effect it has on the years to come, or what you could have been doing in that time frame. So I'll just put it like that. I continue to pray for wisdom and discernment. This world is so cruel. People are so weird. And even if I wanted to go out and just do something like go and eat at a restaurant, I be fearing, like, I hope no creep come up and try to start talking to me, because I'm not mentally I'm not there to start talking to nobody like on that type of level. So yeah, I hope this video made sense. If you can relate, give this video a thumbs up. And if you enjoy videos like this of me trying to open up, make sure you again like this video, comment, and make sure your post notifications are on. And I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.